Welcome. This is lesson 3 of Unit 7, the Omotic States in the Ethiopian region and the Horn of Africa. This state include the state which is established in southern parts of Ethiopia, especially around the Omo River Valley. The first one is Kingdom of Damut. It was the oldest and the strongest state in Ethiopian history or in the Horn history. The eastern part of this kingdom is probably include today's Benishangul, and the northern part stretch up to Shawa, and south of Abai Gorge was the part of Damut. There was no evidence when the kingdom came into existence, but the history of this kingdom goes back to the days of Aksum, or histories of Aksum, or Damut was established at the same time with that of Aksum. Damut was known by gold, ginger, and slave trade. A trade pattern of Arabia, Persia, India, Egypt, and Greece was the patterns of trade of Damut. The dominance of Damut continued during the time of Zagwe period. Zagwe kings and Damut fought each other, but the kings of Damut defeated the force of Zagwe dynasty. The known king of Damut was Mutalami. He was fought with Ikuna Amlak. The cause of struggle is to control Shewa. The force of Ikuna Amlak defeat the force of Mutalami. After its defeat, Mutalami accepted Christianity. But Damut continued its resistance in the south of Gojev River until 1360, when Amda finally annexed the kingdom. Damut became a tributary of Christian Highland Kingdom. The Mecha Oromo arrives in the area in the 16th century. Damut population or peoples of Damut filled across by river to south of Gojam. The district settled at the time is still called Damut. The second one is the Kingdoms of Kafa. It was located south of Gojab River. The peoples of Kafa called themselves as Kaficho, and they traced the origin to the people called Minjo. The royal titles of Kafa was Tato, that different kings use as Tato as titles of the emperorship. The crown of Kafa was based on the hereditary of Minjo clan. The administrations of Kafa kingdom was divided into provinces which were ruled by provisional governors. The kings was assessed by a seven council, so-called Mikiricho. Mikiricho was a crown council of Kafa. Kafa was known by a defense system. All along it is the tributary watchtowers were erected at the high point to which the enemy approach. The economy of Kafa depends on trade and agriculture. Kafa was incorporated into Ethiopia Emperor in 1897 during the period of King Menelik II. The last kings of Kafa was Tatogaki Swanshericho. Third one is Kingdoms of Enarya. It was located north of Goja River and west of upper course of Give River. Enarya was the tributary of Christian Highland Kingdom during the time of Amda-Zion. The source of income for the kingdom was trade. The Mecha clan of Limu Oromo defeated Enarya. The conqueror took the name Limu Enarya, significantly complete assimilations of the people of Enarya to Mercha Oromo. The kingdoms of Bizamo. It was exist on the southern banks of Abai River, just the opposite to the present districts of Wambarama in the southern Gojam area. Medieval populations of Bizam consists of the speakers of Omotic language family, so-called the peoples of Shinasha was predominantly or that of medieval populations of Bizam. The fifth one is the kingdoms of Welayta. It was located south of Sultanates of Hadiya. Its origin may have devised from ancient kingdoms of Damut. During the regions of Amdasion, Welayta was become tributary to the Christian Highland Kingdom. The kings of Welayta used the title so-called Kao. The first dynasty came to power towards the end of Zagwe dynasty. The founders of the dynasty was Motalome, who found Welayta Mala dynasty in that of a place so-called Welayta, and he became the ruler of Welayta at the time. A second dynasty was Kuchai until it became the most strongest dynasty up to 1550. The economy of Welayta was dependent on agricultural product. Welayta was finally conquered by Menelik II force, and it became the part of modern Ethiopia in 1894. The last kings of independent states of Welayta was Kaotona. The kingdoms of Yam. It exists between the Give River and the upper course of Homo River. The kingdoms first mentioned during the regions of Christian Highland Kingdom. King Ishaq. At the time of King Ishaq, it was mentioned, and Yam paid a tributary. Yam paid tribute to the Christian Highland Kingdom at the period of Isaac with a horse, or a horse is a main tribute, a main items of tribute of Yam. The first kings of Yam belongs to the dynasty called Halamagamma. Later, the dynasty overthrown by Moa dynasty. The economy of Yam depends on agriculture, and the trade also supported the economy of Yam. The kingdom was one of the south. The kingdom was, or Yam was, the basic or the main source of slave for the Ethiopian region. This is about lesson 3, and I will come back with the last lesson of this unit, lesson 4, the competition of power between Christian Highland Kingdom and the Muslim states of Ethiopia up to 1529.